Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jeff, and today we're getting to one more this holiday weekend. Actually, I'm planning to do three more tomorrow, which would be Sunday, but it's going to depend on what's going on. But I was able to get Baby Monsters Forever done this morning. I got Kiss of Life with Sticky done just a bit ago, and now we've got STAYC with Cheeky Icy Thang. Now, this is the title track off of it's not their debut album, because I was about to call it their debut, but it's their first full album. So there's 14 songs on the album. I believe there's unit songs on there. I'm not really quite sure what else is there. That's one of the ones that has come out that I haven't bought yet, because I haven't been back to the K-pop store. Also because I need to wait for my new CD binder to come in. But anyway, y'all don't care about that. So, we're here for STAYC, Cheeky Icy Thang, my bad, not Thing. So, just the title alone already says that this is going to be some sort of like rebellious attitude. So I'm curious what we're going to get into. A little nervous, but let's give it a shot. Okay, got a nice groove here from the beginning.
No matter how you think about me, I'm gonna live in my own way. 이제부턴 제대로 play. 원래 감춘 passion. 나를 따라 fall in love.
Such an interesting groove.
Freedom 새롭고 싶어. Let go 담나게 뛰어. 지금 여기에 미쳐. 여기에 미쳐. We know that 높게 더 키워. 지락 쏘라는 피워. 제더 즐길 수 있어. 있는 그대로 누구. I'm cool as ice under a whiskey ring or in ding dong. Sunglasses 나가온 시선은 차단해 for me. Check it, icy thing. Check it, icy thing. Check it, icy thing. Check it, check it thing.
It's a very interesting chorus.
민유와 야수면 너는 trapped. I'm a mess made up on this beat. I'm too cool for school, super cool for youth. I'm too cool like autumn.
Love Jay, man.
I'm gonna live in my own way. 이제부턴 제대로 play. 몰래 감춘 passion.
Please don't get run over.
Fall in love, yeah. Come at you straight or curve. 선택은 내 맘이지 뭐. 저기요 바라봐 tender. 가세요 on the rainbow. Yo, easy on the ice though. Easy on the ice though. 오늘 one more time tempo. 지금 내 기분 champion.
Y'all ain't gotta do my girl like that.
We go easy on ice. I'm cool as ice under a whiskey ring or a ding dong. Sunglasses 다가온 시선은 차단해 for me. Tricky icy thing, tricky icy thing. Tricky icy thing, tricky tricky thing. Tricky icy thing, tricky icy thing. Tricky icy thing, tricky icy thing.
I love that production, that instrumental. She's like, all right, it's been a long day. What is it with everybody wanting to walk in the middle of the road? We just saw this with Cat's Eye's debut. Okay, so, couple of things. Did I like it? Yes. Did I love it? First listen, I didn't love it. It is definitely not my favorite track for them. Even if even if on the second playthrough I'm like, oh man, actually, yeah, I do love it. It's still not going to be my favorite song from them. For me, that honor goes to Beautiful Monster, although I know a lot of you guys, for some reason, don't like that song either, but it is what it is. I was right in that the title signifies this spirit of rebellion. So most of y'all know STAYC has been more of like this teen fresh concept for a while, but this song feels like they're trying to grow up a bit, at least in maybe not themselves, although that's part of it, but more like the characters of like think of the group STAYC as an entity, not like the five or however many members. Is it five or six? I should know this, but I'm sorry. But anyway, the point is think of it not as the individual members that make up the group, but as if the group were a person. So STAYC was in their preteen and teenager phase, prior to this, and now it feels like they're trying to take that step into adulthood with this song. So not necessarily adulthood, but like that bridge, right, between like 17, 18, 19, that area of the age range. Whether that's, if this is indicative of a completely new direction they're gonna continue on, then that will make sense. If they're just gonna, go back to the teen fresh kind of concept later, then it's not gonna be a sequential series of events. But um yeah, like I said, it seems like they're kind of wanting to be playful and rebellious with this song. Cheeky generally means, kind of rebellious. Icy, in this case, they're talking about being cool, but icy could also mean like, if you had a lot of money and you were wearing a lot of jewelry, especially diamonds, you would be considered icy. And then Thang just being, actually, being from the South and having this Southern accent to begin with, we say Thang all the time, but we say Thang because it's just, we're usually saying thing and it comes out as Thang. But they're taking that and applying it in a, like a funny, playful way to themselves. So let's go back and listen again, and we'll try and pick some stuff up here. All right, right out first scene, we have, it's like Valentine's candy. And I think they're just called hearts. I'm not sure. They taste like crap, but they're always fun to give on Valentine's Day because they usually have little messages. Like this one says ice, but usually they say things like I love you, or there's a heart within the heart, or whatever. Be mine, those kind of things. So we've got this Valentine's Day candy being eaten here, just as ice. All right. So a couple of them are doing different things that make them look a little rebellious. And it's not like rebellion in the sense of, maliciousness, but just breaking out of the norm, something you might find, someone who's in the later stages of their teenage years, kind of trying to show aloofness, like they don't really care what you think type of thing. So like our girl here in the middle, also, I knew it was 6 members. I shouldn't have said 5, but our girl here in the middle kind of has that pose, like, like whatever. And then this one behind her left shoulder is blowing bubbles with her bubble gum, like just not caring. The one on the far right putting on her makeup and not even looking at the camera. She doesn't even care. She's not looking at the mirror either. She's just, whatever happens. Getting our back-breaking pose in here. So, this first line, if it's Beauty and the Beast, I'm the Beast, which means 2 things. One, because it's beautiful girls singing about it, you would expect them to play the role of Beauty, right? But this is about being kind of a rebellious spirit. So they're not playing the role of Beauty, they're playing the role of the Beast. But also, being the Beast meaning I'm really freaking good. Like, again, we've described this in other videos, but, if somebody's really good at something, you might say, like, oh man, they're a beast. I remember Actually, I'm wearing the national championship t-shirt for my college baseball team, and we had a guy on the team named Christian Moore, and he hit some really clutch shots, and my mom describes him as being a beast. So yeah, shout out to Mom. Also, while I've got you, championship hat. All right, back to the video. On my shit, like my shit. That I like how they whispered "I'm cheeky" because it's not something that plays a prominent role in this particular line. It's just a little bit of ear candy in the production. So like, no matter how you think about me, I'm cheeky. And you almost have to struggle to listen to it. We've talked about that before, where if somebody's at one volume or even a high volume all the time, and then suddenly they drop down to a whisper, then it makes you want to pay attention because you got to listen a little harder to hear what they're saying. Yeah. So, and this is basically the crux of the song. Why are they rebelling? Because they want to do things their way. Why do they have that rebellious spirit? Because they want to live life on their terms. So I'm going to live life in my own way, outside of what you may expect. That's why they're the beast and not the beauty in that story. From now on, play properly. Got hidden passion. They're not. We're already there. We already did that part. Of course, she can't drive. Why would she? This part right here, though, is funny just because I literally just reacted to Kiss of Life Sticky. And this is almost a perfect way to illustrate the message of that song. Let go, run until you sweat, like, you know, kind of living to the fullest on your own terms type of thing. When it's hot, you get sticky. They've got the melting ice cream back there. That here they're talking about like the way they rebel. They're raising the tempo higher. They're messing it up, creating the commotion. Now I can enjoy it more. Then the video there, you see her walk by and just knock stuff over. Yeah, again, just being cheeky. Okay, this part I couldn't catch when it was going through. That's why I'm stopping here. So, I'm cool as ice, on the rocks, whiskey, ring-a-ring, ding-dong. I'm not sure reading it any closer made any extra sense. Like, I got the I'm cool as ice, on the rocks, whiskey part as it was playing originally. It's just alcohol on the rocks. It could have been anything, but they chose whiskey in this particular case. And being on the rocks means with ice if you're too young to drink and you don't know that. What I don't get is the ring-a-ring-ding-dong part, but whatevs. All right, let's go. Yeah. The sunglasses blocking out the piercing gazes. Like, basically, what... I was going to say we called them. I don't know how many of us comprises we. But when I was in college, and ever since then, especially if we're wearing sunglasses in this context, we call them hater blockers. So that's exactly what they're not wearing sunglasses. They're wearing hater blockers. I love Jay with that hairstyle too. Wait, hold up. What did they have on their phone? Oh, it says cheeky Icy Thang. The reason I was curious is because it said I'm too cool like ice and at the same time lit. So this song is cheeky Icy Thang, right? but their most recent Japanese track was called Lit, if I'm not mistaken, which is why I thought maybe she was looking at the phone and maybe it was like them performing Lit. But no. Anyway, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm sure it's chosen on purpose. But when you say something's lit, like it's really cool, it's hot, it's on fire, whatever you want to call it, it's them being cool like ice doesn't prevent them from being awesome. Just because they might give this impression that they don't care or that they don't need to try as hard doesn't mean they're not awesome, kind of thing. And boom, gets run over just like she was in a Cat's Eye video. Also, that line, come at you straight or curveball. Of course, we got baseball references here. And, Jay is so cute. Anyway, but not only are we talking about a baseball reference, but these are different types of pitches, of course. Now, straight would be, in the context of this song, coming at you straight would be, you know, along your expectations. Being a curveball might be just coming at you from an angle you didn't expect, showing you a different side of me that you weren't expecting. Cocktail on the rainbow? I don't get the on the rainbow reference, unless we're talking about throwing some Skittles in there. Taste the rainbow. But yeah, so they've made a couple of emphasis points on alcohol, like the whiskey and the cocktail, which just further symbolizes they're trying to transition to an older age. Also, especially when you're this age, some people consider drinking as an act of rebellion. So, is that exactly what they're playing on here? Probably not, but it does remind me of that. I go easy on ice, though. So, now I don't drink, but I imagine that some of the alcohol, like they mentioned the whiskey on the rocks and the cocktail, I imagine those might go down easier if they're on ice. They might taste a little smoother. I don't know if that's accurate. Some of you people that do drink alcohol are going to have to let me know. But I imagine that that's part of it. But also, I go easy on the ice, though. Both also meaning, like, I'm easygoing and cool, but also it could even mean like I don't have to show off, right? Like I go easy on the ice, meaning, remember we talked about wearing the diamonds and the flashy jewelry. Like I'm not wearing all that. I don't need to. I go easy on that ice. I also like that the choreo is like basically like highlighting their cheeks when they talk about cheeky icy thing. The bass is going in on this one. All right, so that was STAYC with Cheeky Icy Thang, and it's definitely unique for them. Like I said, do I like it? I do, and I liked it even more after the second listen. Do I love it? Still probably not, but I'm interested to see where they take this, if they continue along this kind of maturation path, or if they end up going back more towards the teen, fresh, positive, uplifting vibes kind of songs later. either way, I'll definitely be buying this album. I was going to buy it anyway. I should have pre-ordered it, but I didn't really have a reason to because I can find the albums pretty easily in the stores. But curious to know what you guys think, especially if you're STAYC fans. Do you like this? Do you wish they had stuck with their older stuff? Or, you know, is this kind of like a, well, if it's just an experiment, it's okay as long as they go back to that for you? Yeah, let me know in the comments. But real quick, like to give a shout out to our Patreon supporters, JY, and Mac. We do, of course, have a Patreon. There's free content and paid content there. Feel free to check that stuff out. Paid content comes with guaranteed requests every month and access to other stuff we might do that can't be on YouTube, like survival shows and such. There is a request queue. You can view the spreadsheet through the link down in the description below. It'll show you what's on the request line and where it is on there. And if you want to bump a request to the top of the list, but you don't want to sub to Patreon, you can also sponsor one through PayPal. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking this video out. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.